Hello and welcome, Rahul. If you're watching me on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, on Talks, and if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I always come up with new ideas and try to inform you of latest development, whatever is happening in the contemporary world. I try to apprise you of that, and many times I motivate you because I strongly feel that if you'll be motivated and keep yourself updated, in this information age, you'll have an ease over other competent people, because what will happen if you will have an ease over others, you will have many opportunities, and that is what I always try to make you a skilled one, because the skills are important. But many times people nowadays are listening to personal stories. If you have a story, if you can share a story, people will be motivated with that. They love to listen to others' story. And if you have certain valuable thing in your story, you should certainly tell that. But I want to tell you that it is important that sometimes you keep an eye over the happenings in your life, over the events in your life. It could be metaphysical as well, metaphysical. Because in your early age, you are not recognizing the signs, recognizing the traits, and you're moving ahead because everything in your schools and your teachings, everyone is teaching you rationality. But the people, some cunning people have known to some secrets, and they are tracking you down from your early age. Yeah, I'm not making you a skeptical person, because many people become a skeptic, and it is good to have rational mindset, and it is good if in your early age, if you have everything coming in front of you, if you are more rational, then it will be okay. But as you are getting older and listening to good people, you know who can give you real knowledge of the world, it is important that you keep a track of the events that is happening in your life. Many of you have a relation with metaphysical. Many of you are chosen ones. They have their own story. You have your own story, and you don't keep an eye on the happenings, unfolding of the events. And that is why where you lack. You have to be more incisive. You have to be more intelligent, not in terms of having book knowledge. You can have bookish knowledge, it is okay. If you are in an academic, it is good to have hard work and do very good in academic books and academic curriculum, whatever has been given to you, let down to you. But it is essential that you be more incisive. And once, when it comes to chosen ones, universe tastes you in different ways. The higher dimensions where you exist because of your metaphysical reality, everything becomes a bigger challenge for you in a different way. People keep an eye on you, and they create hurdles and hassles in your way from an early age. And the three dimensional people, who are in resonating lower frequency, they don't have an idea. All they can guard you, make more checkpoints in your life so that you can be constrained. This is the reality. How to navigate that you have to understand. Sometimes checking your own attitude towards your incisiveness, towards your metaphysical ability, would be good. Would be good. Because you are being forced into a reality where the pressure of an ocean exists. You are forced in that kind of reality. You have to take the burden of centuries, not even of a decade, not even of your life terms and your life age, but the burden of centuries. This is the reality. Once you dive deep into this field, you'll understand what happens, how smart, cunning people from abroad, even, not only in your own country, they're tracking you down because the authority changes. You have the authority, you have the power. Your metaphysical reality changes authority and authenticity around you. Just becoming you, just being you, you changes reality around you. And once these cats feel that, They try to spread negativity about you to all the people, to all the nodal people. And all the intelligence that you have heard of, all the investigating agency that you have heard of, these all are resonating in lower frequency. They don't know the dimensional realities exist with you. And all the people who are active, they have access to dimensional reality and who understands. You know, there is a big game. It cannot be told in a single sentence. It can't be told in a single sentence. But the souls that exist within you, your body is a temple, you are a chosen one. And the intensity of souls are quite random. They move from one place to another place quite randomly. And that is what I want to tell you. You have to understand all the reality. Your body is a temple. When I was doing 5 push-ups, I was losing quickly weight. And when I started doing 50 push-ups, for a time being, I gained 10 kg, more than 10 kg of weight. So this is the power of the forces that are surrounding you, that are listening to you. How your holy temple, your body are being targeted. Because every soul, they want a holy place to live. And your eyes tells the reality. And your enemies have busted from the myths. They know exactly that your color of your eyes tells a lot of things. And these all are reality, dimensional reality. But little agencies, they don't know. They don't know about your own dimensional reality and the higher dimensional reality. But the cats who are before you, they understand. And they spread messages to these little people, little organizations. And they create more checkposts in your life. Yeah, they would have done more things, the more bad things in your life. Because of that, you may have, tumbled, or many times fumbled in your life. You have been targeted. You have been broken in your life. You may be that you have lost everything in your life. But once you turn from ashes, you understand everything. Universe never forgets that. That is what you have to listen. And the reality even changes. That's why these enemies are so persistent. This bastard, what I say, he wanted to tell me I'm gay. This bad black gay. I just won't want to tell anything bad about anyone, because it is the reality. Once you become a holy temple, you have to forgive everyone else around you. You have to forgive. You have to forgive because you want to move in your life. And if unless you don't forgive everyone, you cannot move ahead in your life in dimensional reality. This is the reality. So holiness and the war comes along. The spiritual war is so intense that you don't even understand how it wants to shatter your every belief system, your every confidence, how subtly it conspires against you to prevent you. It does everything. It uses every agencies, physical agencies. It uses every way, cunning way, every subtle way to make you someone who can be created as a stigma in people's perception. But your authenticity, it rises so above, like a sun shining in the sky, that it unveils their mask. And that is what they are afraid of. All the weaving strategies they have done from centuries, it will be unveiled in front of the world. And that is what they don't want to unveil. I don't want to cast aspersion about, because they have brought it, in boundaries, and geographical boundaries they have created, which is not real, which is not the real story. But many persons have been gods of their own country. I do not discard that. But these little people in our organization, they don't understand. They don't look after their own dynasty, their own gods, their own symbols, what they are speaking. They don't even understand what is the higher dimensional reality, how it functions, how the souls move randomly from your body, from your one body to another body, and how you exist in higher dimensions. They don't even understand. But once they will pin out, they will be starting talking about you, the cats, they will understand and they will create more checkposts in your life. They don't even understand that they are sabotaging their own life, their own future. This is how the universe works. But once the chosen one fails, The reality changes. The forces, all the forces and all the spirits move from one temple to another temple. And this is how the reality changes. And these myths have been busted by these black pawns today, And this is what this gay is doing, you know. We know that how we have to face the burden of the ages, I don't want to tell you everything in reality, but I have also tried. When I was younger, I also wanted to be a good soldier, I even approached Indian Navy for SSB, an officer's position, and I have given good interview, but unfortunately I was not selected. And many people whom I was talking to, whom I was putting argument to, they were selected at that big time. Then I read at that big time, particular time, what are the signs, and I see how these forces quickly overwhelms the thought process, how it captures, how it makes captive a person. Later on, the God showed me these all dogs, these are your dogs and kids. What you want to see when you will be in higher dimension, you will see everything through your eyes, and you will perceive that what is reality. Problem is that you are all the dance, and you are a dancer as well. You are the dance and a dancer as well. The problem is with that, and this is what you have to recognize. You have to create your own boundaries. You are a civil being, and you have to live like a civilian. You cannot fight war. Yeah, many a times you have to force your own spirit, your own mentality into something different. You have to forgive everyone else, and you have to ascend. You have to find ascensions. This is the reality of your life. But the war is war, and that is what you have to recognize. There is a subset of people with the intelligence, with their own functioning, and the physical life and the spiritual life, everything you have to be conscious of. You have to think rationally as well sometimes, metaphysically as well sometimes. Once you will be in higher dimension, you will see Red Sea as Great Sea. I just want to remind that one black gay, that 7 years before, when the character God appeared on your podcast, he told you one thing, and you forgot that. That is, scientist died, and when he went to him, the God talked to him for 1 hour. Very good. And he wanted to clarify everything rationally, what he has done in his life. But the God sends him into hell. That was the conversation between you and the God, and you forgot that. It is difficult, I know. Once we are in a space, it is difficult to land, it is difficult to navigate. But because of the fear of sentinels, you cannot leave the path of ethics. That is what defined the reality. Once you decoded that, sabotaging the younger ones, the younger chosen ones, will define your radius, your parameter, But you forgot that ethics is ethics. We have also played Jews, whatever you say, Joe or whatever you say, the war. And we have also seen it very closely. The fight with real ones, the enemies that are plotting ahead. The fight still continues. But we are not someone who are laying our guards all the times. Yeah, you want to check our own spirits, many times. But we play as a man, not as a gay like you. Thank you for listening to me.